If you had asked me 3 things in this world, nonpartisan, 3 things you would never do. 1, vote for Hillary Clinton. 2 is, yeah, and believe Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. And number 3 is side with destiny. I know it's weird. I know it's gonna. You're gonna want to get me a physical check, a mental check, right? I'm siding with destiny. But he is actually right. And of course, now the internet is trying to cancel him for it. Why? Because he's making common sense. We're going to talk about the red pilling of destiny. It's this little manlet here. And I think he's still a manlet. And, but at the end of the day, yeah, look, at the end of the day, we're going to talk about the red pilling of him. And it's a little bit of a weird situation because I have to defend him. I think he's right, but let's jump into it. So this is a video that's been put out by Brittany Ferenti. And sorry for the game sounds in the background. I've paused playing a game to do this video. And let's just play the video and see what Brittany Ferenti has to say. Okay, first clip. Can't say I disagree with him. Why did she bring up race? Look, at the end of the day, why is he a white piece of shit? Why can't he just be a piece of shit? And don't get me wrong, I still think Destiny's a bit of a piece of shit. But regardless, why does he have to be a white piece of shit? If I was to turn around and say that someone was a black piece of shit, or a Mexican piece of shit, for example, does that make me racist? If that's the case, then why is she not a racist for calling him a white piece of shit? Oh, right, because institutional power, blah, blah, blah. Right, so if I go to South Africa, where the blacks have an overwhelming majority, then can that work? Of course not. It'll never work in the favour of the white person. It's identity politics. And he's 100% right when he says this. At the end of the day, his race has nothing to do with him being a piece of shit. Instead of calling him a white piece of shit, he should be just a piece of shit. Simple. And I agree with him on that. Let's keep going. So, we'll get to the writing in a sec, right? Him going on about chasing after a guy who literally just shot someone. I don't know about you, but if I was chasing after someone who had shot someone, I might sit there and think, maybe this is not a bright idea. Now, obviously, he's talking about the situation where that guy went through and was doing self-defense and shot 2 people who, by the way, attacked him. He had spent all night going through dealing with patching up rioters and protesters. He was an EMT. He was there trained. The whole narrative about him crossing the border with the gun, that's been debunked because it wasn't actually his gun. It was his friends who lived in the state. Therefore, any gun charges are likely to be dispersed, and I think the self-defense is a valid argument. So, regardless of what people on the left might say, no, he's not. He wasn't going around just shooting people. Yes, he acted in self-defense. The gun control thing, the whole crossing the border of the gun, doesn't work because his lawyers have come out and said it wasn't even his rifle. It was his friend's who lives in the state. So, therefore, it's no longer transferring across borders. And at the end of the day, it's a clear case of self-defense. But even if it wasn't, why would you chase after the guy who's shooting people? Yeah, just moving along. Like I say, to be honest, I'm not aboard the Destiny train, okay? At the end of the day, don't worry. I'm not thinking any less of Destiny. Him and I still have some very different political views. That said, look, I know I've called him a few names in this video, but obviously that was in memes. I actually have a bit of respect for Destiny in the fact that he's sticking to his guns, quite literally. And at the end of the day, that he obviously goes through and he has his own view and I have my own view and we have different views. Right, fine, great, terrific. But let's face it. Is he wrong in any of this? Is anything he's said here wrong? No, not really. In fact, I would actually say that most people, including most Republicans, are actually agreeing with him on this. Most libertarians are going to agree with him on this. This is not a right versus left thing, okay? This is a far left versus everybody else thing. The people that are burning things down, they forgot George Floyd's name long before he hit the pavement. The people that are burning things down in George Floyd's name have forgotten all about him. It's an excuse. They're anarchists. There are people that just want to burn the place down because they want to bring in their own government. We saw this with Chaz. How did that work out? And at the end of the day, in some states in America now, they're actually talking about having a Second Amendment free zone. The way I'm reading it is that they're going to remove all restrictions on firearms. They're not just saying, we want the Second Amendment. They're saying, give us the Second Amendment wholeheartedly, peace, everything. Give us the whole kit caboodle. No background checks, no weapons checks, no blocking. I don't even know if I was to buy a cannon, would it work? Could I buy a cannon in these states? Be one way to deter people that are trying to riot, obviously. But at the end of the day, yeah, there are places now that are looking at the Second Amendment and are grasping onto that and holding onto that like it's the Bible. So well done. Well done, leftists. Well done, far leftists, I should say. Not only are you guaranteeing Trump a landslide victory in November, not only are you increasing the amount of gun sales in America, not only are you converting people away from the Democratic Party towards Trump's party, but at the end of the day, you're also ensuring everybody's Second Amendment rights. And that makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. All these far leftists, keep doing what you want to do. Keep burning the places to the ground. Because every person that you burn down the ground, every building you burn down to the ground, every petrol station, every police station, every bookstore, that's another Trump voter. That's another Trump voter come November. Obviously they don't care. Their candidate, he's not in, right? Joe Biden ain't going to support this stuff. So they don't care. Good on them. Keep going with it, boys. Boys and girls of the far left, keep rioting. Keep burning the place to the ground. Because at the moment, I'm giving Trump about a 90% chance of winning in November. You keep going the way you are, it's going to be 95 or 100%. And I'm good with 4 more years. I'm good with another 12 more years. Let's trigger the left, really. And at the end of the day, you're making his job easy for him. But they don't get that. They won't understand that. So they'll keep doing what they're doing. And Trump will keep doing what he's doing. And Trump will win in November. And I'm going to do the Trump dance. 4 more years. 4 more years. But apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, Destiny, mate, can't say I'm going to ever say this ever again, but soundbite it. I'm with you, buddy. I hope they don't cancel you. Because as far as I know, he hasn't tried to cancel anyone for bad views. I might be mistaken on that. And at the end of the day, they're red pilling Destiny now. Destiny turned for red pills. I might do a meme for Destiny. The blue pill or the red pill. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button if you're new. Channel welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I will see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Probably tomorrow night. I'm dealing with some personal shit in my life, but I'm fine. So, yeah. Have a great night and enjoy.